Hey guys, and welcome back to the FFF HQ, where today we're going to talk about protein. Protein is one of my favorite topics because I am a big proponent of getting enough protein in your diet. Not only does it help our body work properly, it helps build our muscle, and it's also the most satiating nutrient, which means it keeps you the fullest longest. So today we're going to talk about 15 easy ways to sneakily get more protein into your diet. The first 3 ways all have to do with oatmeal because oatmeal is one of my favorite foods. You can add so much protein into your oatmeal with just putting a little swaps in there. So number 1, I love adding an egg white into my oats. So you want to do that while the oats are cooking in the pot. I know it sounds weird, but it makes them so voluminous, so really filling, so fluffy, and I love the texture. And then number 2 is to add cottage cheese to your oats. Again, you want to do this while your oats are cooking. It kind of breaks down and melds into the oats and makes them really creamy and gives you an extra protein punch. And number 3 is to add some protein powder into your oats. And now I'm going to show you one of my favorite protein powder oat recipes. We're going to make some high protein cookie dough oats. So because this is a single serve recipe, we have a half a cup of rolled old-fashioned oats, and you can make them gluten-free if needed. And 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And we're going to turn the stove on to high and bring it to a boil. So once it starts to boil, you want to turn it down to medium heat, and we're going to cook it for about 2 or 3 minutes until it gets nice and thick. So you can see it's nice and thick, but it's still got a little bit of run, which is really important for when we add the protein powder and it absorbs that moisture. So we are ready to go. So now easy peasy, we are going to stir in our protein powder. So that's 5 tablespoons of vanilla protein powder. I like whey protein, but you can use whatever works best for your diet. Some monk fruit to sweeten it, or you can use your sweetener of choice to taste. And the secret ingredient to make it taste like a cookie dough is organic butter extract. So it's going to be 1 teaspoon. And stir it all together. And just gonna scoop it into our bowl. It's nice and thick, which is how I like my oats. If you like them a little thinner, you can obviously cook them a bit less on the stove. Smooth it all out. And now for our chocolate chip cookie finish. We have some mini chocolate chips. And your breakfast is ready to go. So number 4 is to swap your chips for roasted chickpeas. They're crispy, they're salty, they're flavorful, and they're so easy to make yourself, so I'm going to show you how. So we have 1 can of chickpeas that have been drained, rinsed, and you want to make sure they're really nice and dry or they won't get crispy. And then all you got to do is drizzle them with about 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix it around so they're nice and coated. Then you can add any seasoning that you want. I like a little bit of ground cumin. And toss until coated. And just transfer right onto a rimmed baking sheet. Spread them out in 1 even layer. Try and give them a little bit of space between them so they get nice and crispy. Sprinkle them with salt. Now we're ready to go bake them. So we're going to bake them in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes until nice and crispy, stirring halfway through. About 20-30 minutes later, they are golden brown and crunchy and perfectly snackable. Way number 6 is for all you pasta lovers out there like me, like probably all of us. You can switch your normal pasta to chickpea or lentil pasta, which you've probably seen all over the gram because it's super hot right now. But chickpea pasta is both gluten-free and grain-free, but also loaded with plant-based protein and fiber, so not only is it packed with protein, it's going to keep you full until your next meal. And now weigh at number 7, something a lot of you probably already do, which you're on the right path. We're going to bulk up our morning smoothies or snack smoothies or whenever you eat a smoothie with either Greek yogurt or protein powder. Not only does it make it extra creamy and add some flavor, it's going to add a protein punch to your smoothie goodness. And here we are at number 8. So we love stir fries. We also love using rice as a side dish. So instead of using rice, I'm going to ask you, what if you used quinoa? Quinoa is a really great high plant-based protein option. It's also got that fiber, so it'll keep you full to your next meal. So it's a great switch instead of your usual rice at your dinner time. Number 9 is to bulk up your salads. You can use chickpeas, you can use lentils, you can use quinoa, you can use amaranth. All these grains and legumes are both high in plant-based protein and fiber to again keep you full, and they're really gonna make your salads heartier. You know when you eat some spinach and you're hungry 5 minutes later? No longer with adding a little bit of grains and some protein-packed legumes to your salads. Number 10 is to pump out that morning coffee with some protein. You can use some chocolate protein powder, which is my favorite, or you can use some collagen, which is kind of unflavored and really great protein for your joints and bones and all those things. I like to put a little bit of chocolate protein powder in my cup first before you pour the coffee in. If you put it in after, it just gets chunky and gross and it doesn't mix in. Pour your coffee in and stir it up, and you've got like a little protein mocha in 2 minutes flat. Number 11 is probably going to seem a bit of a no-brainer, but it's something a lot of us aren't doing, and that's to meal prep a protein source. So on Sundays, I like to break up a whole bunch of chicken. Sometimes I don't even put really seasoning on it so that it goes with everything. You can just keep it in your fridge, sliced up, ready to go. So you can throw it into salads, you can put it into rice bowls or quinoa bowls. It has so much versatile use, and you just have that really quick go-to protein source to grab and go throughout your week. Number 12, let's talk about your lunch sandwich. We all love mayonnaise on our sandwich. I love it too, but it's got 0 protein. So if we do a little healthy swap and use hummus, it's creamy, it's got that chickpea plant-based protein and fiber, and it's also going to add a lot of flavor to your sandwich. Give it a try, you'll love it. And number 13. So if you follow me on social media, you know that I am a pancake lover. I could start every single day with them and be a happy woman. But what I don't love is that pancakes usually are just carbs. Not that I have anything wrong with carbs, but I like to add a little bit of protein. So you can use Greek yogurt or cottage cheese right into your batter and mix it up. It makes them so creamy, super fluffy, super thick, and it gives them a really nice protein-packed punch and some flavor. So number 14 is to get rid of those granola bars. They have a time and a place, but if you're really looking to pump up your protein, you want to switch them for some protein bars. We did a protein bar review with my husband, and there's a link above if you want to watch that video if you need some good recommendations of our favorites. And now number 15. That is to look for recipes that actually have protein powder as an ingredient. Did you know that you can swap in some protein powder for flour and baking like muffins or quick breads? But it's really important to find a recipe that's already tested, like some of the recipes that I create, which I put in the description below, some of my favorite protein powder recipes. Those things could go totally wrong and totally haywire, and you could just end up having a protein powder mess on your hands. So those are 15 of my favorite ways to pump up your diet with some protein. What are your favorite ways? Please leave a comment below and let me know so I can try it. I'd also love to hear if you learned anything from this video that you're going to implement this week. I'd also really appreciate a like and a thumbs up of the video, and make sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm delivering healthy and delicious gluten-free recipes to you, product reviews, these health tips every single week. So go pump up your diet with some protein goodness, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.